Hello adventurers! So today I'm going to do a little install video and maybe a bit of a sales pitch. First of all, I have these stickers for sale. Nice little ones. My old ones used to be sort of this big, but you know, I think they take up a lot of real estate and we don't really want them that big anymore. So I have some little ones, some little Super Adventure Squadron ones. Couple of bucks to support my channel. So the other thing we have is to help with the wobbling dashboard on the T7. So for you T7 owners. So as we can see, the instrument cluster on the T7 shakes around quite a lot, and it is, I know some people can put up with it, but it is, I find it annoying. It glares light everywhere and it does make it quite difficult to read at a glance. So I think we do need to do something just to minimize that shaking around. Now, I know there is some other products in the market. I know that some people just push their spare tube in between the screen, but I'm sort of trying to kill a couple of birds with one stone here. And what we have is this little bracket. I've got them made up. My design, a friend's got an aluminium welding machine and a lathe and things, and so we've made this up. Now, sure, you could make this yourself. Well, if you want to, go ahead. There is actually a 3D printed X sort of thing that does something very similar to this, but this one does kill two birds with one stone. I'm also using it as a phone mount, and some phone mounts, I'm using a quadlock here, but you could pick any brand. Some phone mounts you can get like a mirror. Quadlock has a mirror mount, and some other ones have little mounts to grab a hold of very small diameter bars. But the smaller the diameter, the less surface area you've got to grip, and the more likely your instrument will, your phone or your GPS, whatever you're using, will be able to twist. So with a bigger diameter, you can just stick with your standard handlebar mount, and this will grab on much nicer. So let's do an install video and show you how it works. So this is really easy to install. That's the other thing I like about my design here. You can just undo the windshield, take the windshield off. That's four screws. And this is the bar that we're going to be clamping to, so we need to remove that, obviously. So there's just two screws on the ends, and these are 5mm. And the other two screws that we want to remove, let's leave that little brass washer in place. The other two screws we want to move are these two here. So that's all we're going to be removing. These are rubber mounted. Okay, and then we're going to get our bracket. You'll see there is a little grub screw here. This will just ensure that, you know, it's a bit more solid to here. I don't really know if it's necessary. You'll see this is just a black one, but I'm going to ship these with stainless steel grub screw. So just make sure that your grub screw, 2.5mm, is screwed out most of the way. It doesn't have to be completely out, but just make sure your tube is clear. Thread it through the other tube and stick this back in. Put your screws back in the ends here. Put these screws back into the back side of the dashboard. So there's no need to change the length of these or anything. Everything is plenty long enough. Might have to just push the dashboard just to get it started, because when you push it through, the dashboard, you know, moves forwards. Now this is just raw aluminium. I'm just going to ship it like this, but you could just paint it black and it would probably pretty much disappear. Won't be noticeable at all, or you could leave it raw or whatever you like. Paint it bright pink if you want. Now that that's on and in place, just do up the grub screw. This really is just a safety measure. Could even put a little bit of Loctite on this so that it can't vibrate out, but I don't think it will really be a problem. And that's it. Then we just put our windshield back on. So, I mean, that's, you know, an extremely easy install. And there you go. I'll just show you from the front. This is what it looks like. So basically it's just giving us a thicker bar. You do see the two flats running down. And the windshield is much more rigid. It's not completely rigid. I mean, it still moves, but just over corrugations and things, it's not you know, anywhere near as horrifying as it was before. So the advantage, as I was saying before, of this thicker bar is that we can install a GPS mount with a normal handlebar, because this is 25 diameter, which is about the same as your handlebar. So yeah, you could paint this black, like I was saying, and it would pretty much just blend in with the inside of your dashboard, disappear. But you'll also notice that this method doesn't interfere with changing your light bulbs on the T7, or it doesn't really get in the way of anything. So yeah, I think it works really well. So quadlock comes with some various different mounts. You can put this one on. I'd sort of recommend just putting it, well, you don't have to put it in the middle, but I put it in the middle, and that way it covers up the little grub screw there. Grab my 3mm. And just before you do it up, just make sure that the phone sits on there, or the GPS, or whatever you've got. I try and get the phone to sort of match up right with the top of the dashboard. Cinch it up, and you're done. So yeah, there you go. It's working. Hopefully you can see that the difference it really makes to have that bit of a stiffener at the front. So yeah, if you're interested, I am selling them on my little sales page. This is not like a major shop or anything. It's just something to sell some stickers and these mounts that I'm making, and I'm just trying to raise a few dollars, you know, something to try and elevate my my videos. I mean, I've only ever really made videos to show friends and family, and yeah, I mean, now that there's a bit of an audience, we should look after you guys, right? Anyway, thanks for watching. Chat to you later.